Oh, bro, so check this out. So like the frog, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were to put Courage the Cowardly Dog right next to that, it's very similar shaped.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, and I created this when I was in 6th grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then like Courage was like a huge thing. So it's like right now, like a lot of the characters I would draw is like, I'm starting to realize.
You remember that? It's just you've seen them before.
Yeah,
like
it's
in your
like I'm
childhood.
realizing, yeah, but now I'm making them like my own, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like the frog Swampy is definitely like not Courage, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to be that character.
Some would say that there's no such thing as really original creative ideas. It's just new combinations of like similar stuff that you've seen already. Do you
Oh,
think
for
that's
sure.
true?
Yeah, Still Like an Artist, you know,
Yeah,
Austin
yeah.
Kleon, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it's a book. I think everyone should.
Do you read a lot?
Nah,
Not as much as I
honest.
should. Like I'll listen
Yeah.
to audiobooks a lot. I'll read sometimes, but not that much. But Still Like an Artist was really good.
Yeah, Still Like an Artist. Like Austin Kleon, like almost everything from that dude. Like me, I have to read like kind of like this light. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't be too
short
wordy.
books, right?
Yeah,
The
if it's
nice,
too
like-
wordy, ugh. Since I graduated high school, like I don't even think I read in high school. You know what I mean? Like I literally
Dude,
was
I
like,
skipped all of the English teachers' assignments. Yeah.
but the teachers, dude, they fucking loved me though, cause you know, like I know one thing I did for the teachers is like I would draw a lot in school, so I would draw like comics, and I would talk out in the comic would be like some of the stuff that we were talking about, and that helped a lot of like the teachers like kind of I think that helped them pass me and shit, because I like to be more creative writing. The more creative it was, the more I'm into it.
Yeah.
The more it's like, oh, we got to be about a book, and you got to have the commas. And I just kind of just didn't.
Yeah,
give a fuck.
it's kind of frustrating how back in school, like especially high schools, middle schools, like kids are punished for being problematic, but it's just like they're just trying to express themselves, man. Like I remember we would play ad libs, right?
Yeah.
Or Mad Libs.
Yeah, Mad Libs,
Mad
yeah,
Libs.
yeah.
Yeah, and I would be coming up with the most obscure, like strange shit, and they were like, "Bro, are you okay?" And I'm like, "That's what creativity is. You gotta be a little like."
You're like, what do you
edgy.
mean? I'm better than great. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm better than great. Like, I'm looking at y'all, I'm talking to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys should be tripping if I'm just staring at you. Like,
Yeah.
the first time I ever picked up a camera, I was like 10 years old.
Oh.
And me and my friends were doing a lot of Jackass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, Jackass, yeah.
So we were like,
home video, America's
yeah, exactly.
home videos.
Yeah, so we're grabbing like Christmas trees, hitting people with Christmas trees, jumping over shit. Like I used to jump off roofs, and then I would like sit on a skateboard and go off, you know what I'm saying, curves and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like my cousin Michael would used to like push me, you know. My brother would be on the back of that, and we used to call it like the Jamaican bobsled, because we got by Cool Runnings the movie. So we would sit on a skateboard and like try and reenact that type shit, but Jackass style. So you know what I mean. That was when the first time I picked up a camera. But then when I got older, I caught a case, and when I caught a case, I had to go do community service.
Yeah.
So in high school and all that stuff, I never picked up a camera. In fact, I wasn't even allowed to touch some of the computers sometimes, because like I was always like a problematic kid, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because I'd be looking up like some crazy shit on the internet. But I'm just like, dog, like it's the internet. Like I've never, you know, at home I had to use.
Dude, if you give a kid a phone, guarantee you just gave them porn. That's
Dude, you gave them a lot of
literally
shit.
just the only thing you're doing for
Dude,
them.
I mean,
right?
but I didn't even watch porn. You know what I'm saying? Like being like that young, I was looking up like Newgrounds, and I was looking at stickdeath.com, and you know what I'm saying? Like I was just like watching a bunch of like just crazy shit. I was just like, dude, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got older. I caught a case for some bullshit.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, like what happened?
Oh, I got caught with a knife. You know, I got
shit,
caught with you know, like you know those knives like in the drawers, like normally at like you know your house or your parents' house, so it's supposed to cut like steak and all that shit.
Right.
It was like one of those big knives,
You
and
were
I just got
bringing it
caught with
around.
it.
Yeah.
I took it away from somebody, and then like I just got caught with it. I was, you know what I'm saying, like, and then as I got caught with it, I mean it was fucked up. It was pretty fucked up. Like the cop hit me with so she hit me with attack with a deadly weapon, attack on a peace officer.
Yeah.
And then what was the last one? There was a third charge. I forget the last one. It was deadly weapon, I think. So the attack with deadly weapon, and attack on a peace officer. Yeah, those were the three. And then in court, she got caught lying. You know what I'm saying? She got caught lying, and you know, so I did take the plea bargain of I did have the knife technically.
Yeah.
On a technicality, I
you
was
did
holding
have
it,
the knife,
and I was
but they let you
and
go
I
on the
up.
attack. Right.
Yeah, they let me go on everything because she said she didn't remember was it before or after she tased me.
Oh, they
You know what I'm
tased
saying?
you.
Yeah, I got tased in there. Dude, it was
Shit,
fucking
dude.
gnarly, bro. It was crazy.
What does it feel like?
Shocking. You know what I'm saying? So when I got tased, like I pulled it out and I looked at her, what the fuck is your problem, dude? Like you fucking know me, bro. Like she was an officer that used to be at the corner of our street.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so when she tased me,
so it's like, oh, this is personal now.
Yeah. And then she tased me. I looked at her, what the fuck's your problem? Like after I ripped it out. And then that's where I think she pulled out the real banger on me, and I was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like, dude, there was like 9 dudes running up real quick to like, be like, what the fuck's going on? I said, bruh, stop the fucking shit. She was, Daniel, I'm fucking, it's crazy, hectic shit out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ended up having to do 3 years probation, and one of the community service spots was over at Debug.
Oh, Debug, okay, so then.
And then when I went there, it was like, super community based and all that stuff, and they gave me a camera. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They just gave you one.
Pretty much. I mean,
they're just like, all right, we need a camera person. You're the first one here.
No, they already had like a camera department. They already had a videography department.
So they were doing this kind of for you, right?
Yeah, so they were just trying to help me out and kind of like, what do you like doing, And I was like, the fuck, I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the fuck does that mean? Like I was still like in my like, God, I can't believe I got to fucking.
You're just like
here.
Jaded. To
yeah,
everything,
super,
You're
super like
cool for like hobbies and.
Yeah, exactly.
And all that
like
stuff,
I'm a rapper, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
like
rapper,
I'm the shit,
bro.
motherfucker.
I'm too good for that. Yeah.
And it's like nah. Like I remember like the first day I was there, they asked me like, hey, so what do you like doing? Like it was Raj asked me, what do you like doing? I said, I don't know.
Raj, yeah.
Yeah, Raj, yeah, he's fucking, that's my seafood right there, you know what I'm saying? That's my master. And it came out that I was like, well, I rap. He goes, you're a writer. Let's get you writing. And then from there, he like, from there it's like, oh, so you like music a lot. Let's get you to interview people.
Right.
Let's get you to talk to this person. And then like one of the first like interviews we ever did, like Cola was with me. We had a flip camera and we went to go interview Slaughterhouse out there at paid dues, in 2011. So it was just like, like a lot of this shit, like we don't talk, I don't really talk too much, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, I just experienced life,
Yeah.
And
so they kind of like,
they hooked
pulled
me the
you
fuck
off
up.
the street.
Yeah, like a saying I always tell her, this is like my shit go to all the time. It's like your passion is a lit match, right? Yeah. And there's people all around you that are gonna try and squirt it with like a little squirt gun, right?
Yeah.
Trying to make your passion go away, right? So there's gonna be a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
But your passion has to be so strong that'll turn a drought out of a monsoon.
Yeah.
And if you know what a monsoon is, it's just rain, water, floods, you know what I'm saying? Like very tropical, very like, but you have to be able to turn a drought out of that. You gotta make a whole entire like ecosystem turn into a drought of just pure sand and everything's dying around it. That's how strong your passion got to be, you know what I'm saying? And that's what like I live by that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just a very excitable person all the time. I'm curious about like what middle school and high school were like for you, because you mentioned that that's where a lot of your creativity and like passion came from.
Yeah, so I was a class clown a lot, man. I just talked a lot of shit. I just fucking loved it. Like I thought I was gonna be, when I was growing up, like I said, like 5 or 6 years old, like I was like, I'd be around the family telling jokes all the time. So I thought I was gonna be a fucking comedian, you know what I'm saying? I like the stage. I like being in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like I also like being behind it. I like creating. I fucking like all that shit, you know? Yeah. Partially probably why like I liked rapping, because like there was like stuff I wanted to share, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like stuff I wanted to share and shit, and like, when it came to like acting and stuff, like I really enjoyed that shit. When it came to creating like on camera and all that stuff, like I just felt like a lot of people were sleeping on the ideas I had. So then it's like it sparked up again my like, fuck it, I'll get in front of the camera again. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when I was young, like in middle school, very introvert. Like I talked to everybody and I like talking to people, but I had like a group of set friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like what, I was in 6th grade, I still, like I had Gundams, you know what I'm saying? Like I had Gundams. I fucking played with Legos till I was like 14, you know what I'm saying? Because I fucking liked creating and building all the time. Like I just needed my mind going, or else I felt.
You just have a very hyperactive brain, would you say?
Yeah, just super. Like it's. Like, I fucking love it. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love it. But sometimes it's annoying.
Did you always love it? Because I think a lot of kids don't even realize that it's kind of like a superpower.
Oh, I fucking loved it, dude. Like, I fucking loved it.
Wow,
like, I liked how I was able to go brain dead.
Being the quote-unquote, like, problem child was never a problem, right?
No.
Being the class clown was never a problem.
No, I fucking loved it. You were in an
environment where people were like, dude, your behavior and you, like, channeling your energy into different things, like, that's dope.
Yeah, well, so there's a lot of people like, dude, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot of shut up moments, and I'd be like, hey, fuck you.
Was
you know
your
what I'm saying?
classroom really rowdy back in school?
Like, oh, bro, yeah. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
there was like,
because
you
I
know,
went to a Catholic school, so like if I like just looked the other way, I would get shit on by teachers. You know what I mean? If I,
got you.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, so like, okay, so let's see, in 6th grade, like my, you know, I have folks that I'm still in touch with some of the folks from back then, but they would remember like the teacher like quit like 6 times, dude. You know what I'm saying? The math teacher quit like 6 times because we were just such assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, dude, like, I mean, we can't fucking.
Dude, I feel so bad for dude. Teachers just get
they get the shit end of the stick, man.
Yeah.
But the teacher understood because like certain times like of like, you know, certain times like I would stop whatever I was doing and like before like, you know, like as we're about to go to break or something like that, you know, like Christmas break, like I remember telling the teacher, I remember looking, his name was Mr. Scher, and I remember I looked at him and I go like, hey man, I really appreciate the work you do here, man. And like, dude, he looked at me like, what the fuck? You know, he was like hella like, yeah, he's like, dude, like you act like an asshole all year, and like, you know, like he gave that look of like, what the fuck? Like, where did this come from? But in real life, like it's like you accepted me being here. You know what I'm saying? Like you're okay with me acting out. Like, yeah, I know it's not okay for me to be like, you know, this little asshole of a troll kid or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like, you accepted me. You never like, you know, like, you never like called me little shit. You never, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't treat me bad.
I think that's so important because I think so much unhappiness and so much depression, so much neuroticism comes from people fighting against their natural energy, right? So if you're a very chaotic person and you try to be a very stable, a very, you know, professional, not professional, but like, you know, a very like well, you know, cleaned up person in terms of your personality and how you talk to people, you're just going to be miserable your whole life, right?
Yeah.
And if you try to be spontaneous when you're just naturally a very mellow person and very like, if you try to like be attention grabbing when you're a mellow person, like you're going to just be miserable, bro. So you really got to know. And it's like, that's why I think a lot of schools mess up. It's like they try to fit kids into a box. And
exactly.
Like,
and you can't, you got to allow the youth to be whatever they are. You know what I'm saying? Like I drew a lot of comics, you know what I'm saying? Like my, what's his name? Mr. Slayton. Dude, that was one of the most dopest teachers I've ever had in my life. Like, I don't know whether it was 9th grade or, I think it might have been 9th grade. He was my English teacher. And this dude was talking about like cattle cannons. I was like, what the fuck is a cattle cannon? You know what I'm saying? Like the first, like on the first day we're there, like we're talking about like cows, right? Yeah. And he was just like joking about some shit, and he mentioned cattle cannon, and like I knew like this was my dude when he went, you know, like a cattle cannon, you know, it's like a cow going boom, and you see a cannonball just fly out, and I was like, what? Like who is this dude? And from there I was like, oh yeah, this is like the type of people I need to be around, is people like that. Who's like thinking outside of the box, you know what I'm saying? Because like all the teachers try to always like, you know, that box shit you were saying, but he loved the fact that I would write about certain things. He loved, and he would like, you know, he'd be like, okay, you got a D on like this essay that you wrote, but on the back I would write like this comic or whatever.
Yeah,
and he'd give me an A+ for like
in your notebook, and they appreciate. They see you got something go. You see things differently, and it's like they appreciate that.
And stuff like that is what like really like helped me want to do more like, you know, creative shit. You know?
Oh, and that's probably why, like you mentioned earlier, you just never had self-doubt about creative stuff because no one was really shooting you down.
I do feel like I get slept on a lot in a lot of things. I feel like I've got slept on a lot. But I also know that there's a lot of people that are watching too, because like I would get little like stuff here and there from people telling me like, dog, that shit was dope. From like shit that I did fucking like a while back. You know what I'm saying? I looked at like, what the fuck?
You need that positive reinforcement.
Like, and it shows and it helps. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think authenticity is such an important part of like creativity in terms of
for sure. Yeah. I mean, dude, like when YouTube first came out, right? Yeah. I remember when looking on it, like there was this dude Wax, he's a rapper, right? Yeah. Wax. He had this like, he was rapping in the car, and like, I mean, it was so fucking barsy. I was like, who the fuck is that? And then right after I was watching that, I discovered Salad Fingers. And if like people don't know what Salad Fingers is, oh bro, they gotta go watch that shit. Like that, like it's so fucked up. Like it's super fucked up. Yeah. I mean, it's really fucked up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then like I started watching that shit, and I was like, dude, this shit's fucking amazing. Like what the fuck? Like this shit's so crazy, you know? Like it's this. And then I would watch like on Newgrounds, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but like YouTube became such a like, I watched ASDF movie and like
ASDF movie, it's weird, random shit,
dude. And fucking, but
what happened to that stuff? Like Filthy Frank, remember that?
Filthy Frank. Which one was that one?
The dude that made like all the Pink Guy songs, the freaking.
He became Joji, right?
Yeah, he became Joji. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, dude, I mean, and he's a fucking artist. Like, holy fuck,
He's an
you know what I'm saying?
artist,
Like,
right?
dude, like, I mean, dude, and yeah, exactly. Filthy Frank. Yes. I was like, dude, I know that name. I was like, he became Joji, right? Yeah. Yeah, dude, that dude was just fucking around. Like, that fool was fucking, I mean,
but that's art. That's
yeah.
just like, it's very tasteful. It's very well done and well executed.
Dude, yeah, and it's not, and it was about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, dog, like, motherfuckers like that is like, stuff like that inspires like, it sparks that shit in you where you're just like, dude, like, this fool literally was like in the, like one of the most recent times I watched his stuff, I remember he was like on the ground, he's like, help me, and he's like yelling at this like I forget the pink dude's name.
Pink Guy,
Yeah, pink guy, and then there's like black guy or green guy or whatever the other dude's name, the bad guy. It's the pink dude but dressed up in like a different color. Yeah. Except he just like drew a marker of like of angry
eyebrows.
Yeah, I was like, this fucking guy. But it's like so funny. He's like like just making noises and shit. But then he'd have like on the bottom it would say like what he's saying and shit, like subtitles.
Yeah, it's like,
so,
how do you come up with this? And it's like he probably didn't sit back and think like, all right, how do I make an artistically like a funny, a fire video? He didn't sit back and think that. He just like made a video and started just fucking with things until he's like, all right, that kind of hits different. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Like you said, like, oh, it makes me feel kind of high. Like,
yeah, dude, I think that's all it is. I think when people feel like that high of whatever they're trying to do, whether it's like, I just like working out because I like working out, or I like making cars, or I like building cars. I mean, you don't have to make money off that shit to feel alive. You know what I'm saying? Like if you shoveled elephant shit at a circus, but your ass was over there like making like automobiles, and you're like painting the cars and all that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you worked at a fucking at a circus shoveling elephant shit, but you felt so fucking happy like just painting this little toy car models and shit like that. Yeah. Dog, your life is fucking successful.
You're done.
Fuck what anyone says.
You're done.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Like you were saying earlier, like, oh, everyone around me is like getting cars and like families. Like, well, you don't care. I found my thing. Is like, dude, I don't even think about them. You know what I mean?
Bro, like most of the time, bro, like I don't think about like, oh, will this help me get this person, or will this help this help? Nah, let me just like, hey, what's up? You trying to work? You trying to have fun? Let's have fun. Let's do it. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just do the thing. Just do the damn thing.
Yeah.
You know?